Hi, chat. Welcome back. We are discussing losing your identity in a relationship. Have either of you switched up on family or friends when it comes to getting into a new relationship?
I've been in situations where my significant other did not want me to communicate with certain friends or family members because he felt like they were bad influences on me. But later on, I found out that he just wanted to control me and any information that was going in and out of the relationship. And he didn't want anybody to take me away from him because he knew that he wasn't the greatest guy. So he isolated me from other people, and I kind of just went along with it, even knowing that he was doing that, which hurt a lot of my friends and family and relationships that I had. And then later on, they were like, "Why did you do that?" And I really didn't have a solid answer for it. So
the answer is yes.
what do you mean?
So you have switched
So
up
you
on,
switched up. The answer is yes.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. I have plenty of examples.
It was a simple yes or no.
It is.
Have you?
No.
So you've always been the same cocky bastard
always
throughout
been,
every relationship?
I've always been the confident person, not cocky or arrogant.
Not at all.
I've never switched up. I don't ghost people when I get into a relationship.
Would you for somebody, the right person?
No. Why would I ghost people?
Well, I mean, remember how we discussed that you might have a little too many female friends or too many.
That's not ghost.
exes?
That's not ghosting, and that's not switching up on people.
I mean, if you
Because you're doing something for your significant other that they see an issue with, and you want it to work out with your significant other, so you're doing whatever it takes.
Setting a boundary.
But that's setting a boundary. That's not switching up on somebody, because that's not ghosting either, because I'm gonna tell that person, hey, my girl doesn't like us talking or hanging out. I want to give you a heads up. We're not going to be talking or hanging out as much because I see myself with this person.
Got you. Give me an example of, and you don't have to name names, of course, but give me an example of
I'll
the
name
person
names.
switching up. Like, what is your definition of somebody switching up for the sake of a relationship?
People who don't hang out with their friends or family like they used to.
Yeah.
And their reason is because their significant other won't like it.
I don't know. I don't know why. I have a handful of friends that
Guy or girl?
both that are in relationships, and when they got into them, they stopped hanging out with us or stopped really communicating in the group chats that we're in. From time to time, they'll say what's up and stuff like that, but they just stopped communicating. And I assume it's because of the relationship. I don't know definitively.
Why don't you ever ask though?
Because I don't care to.
I understand if
Because
it's like the beginning.
I'm at that age. I'm not CC's age. I'm not in my mid-20s. I'm at the age where if you don't want to hang out with me or you don't want to be friends, okay, cool. I don't need an explanation of, and I don't want to know. I'm not going to be like, please, I need you in my life. No. It's
but you've expressed distaste for that behavior. You don't like people that do that.
And I don't. But I'm also not going to be like, hey, why are you doing it? Why aren't you hanging out with us anymore? Why aren't you texting us anymore? Because then I'm just like,
could it
whatever.
be because that individual was a periphery friend? Because what if it was one of your best friends and they did that?
Yeah,
was that an explanation?
No, because I think some of these are actually close friends of mine.
Really?
Doesn't sound like it if you don't care that much.
If they were a close friend or a best friend and somebody that you really trusted, and then all of a sudden they change up when they get in a relationship and you don't ask, then they obviously had no value to you.
I've had people where they cut me out of their life because of my brother. I had nothing to do with it, but because it was my brother and these friends had beef with each other, I got thrown into it. Even though I said keep me out of it, I got thrown into it on two separate occasions. And me and those friends, we stopped communicating.
But that's your brother. You know what I mean? So
but
you're going to take your brother's side.
And that's the thing. And I already told them, I was like, I don't agree with my brother on this one, but yet you're still going to bring me into it, even though I asked you not to. And both times we stopped talking. We're cool now, but both times we stopped talking. We stopped being friends. But the first time I asked, they told me, and that was it. The second time when they cut me out, I didn't bother asking because I didn't care, because I was at the age where like, Okay, you want to cut me off? Cool. I know I didn't do anything wrong. So why do I give a damn what your answer is going to be?
Have you?
I don't think age matters because I'm just because I'm in my 20s. I don't care either. Unless it's a close friend, we're gonna have a conversation like what's going on.
But you see, girls would we would inquire whether it's a close friend or not. Like, let's just say that somebody just stopped talking to me, and then they talk to me like months or years down the road, like, yo, what happened to you?
I understand though that when you get with somebody new, there's like the honeymoon stage, the first
You
few
always wanna
months,
be
we're
with
Yeah,
gonna be
I-
indulged
yeah, I
in each
get
other.
that.
But like if it's years and there's no contact, I'm gonna be like,
But what if that very same friend called you back and she was like, yo, I was in a DV situation and it was
or if
really
it's toxic,
bad.
controlling, and she
Yeah.
felt like she couldn't,
Reach
I
out.
understand that as well.
That's
But-
cool. I'll next time we hang out, it's going to be like we never stopped hanging out. I get
Right.
that. I'll leave it like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But don't just randomly hit me up and be like, hey, I need help moving this.
Or
Like,
if
what
it's
the
only
f-
if
no.
they want something, that's
Yes.
it's not good.
That is super annoying.
That shit's
It's
annoying.
like I haven't heard from you in like 2 years and you need help.
Yeah,
No.
that shit's not cool.
Call
at
the people
all.
that
I
you
hate
surrounded
that.
yourself with when
Right.
you were ghosting me, because obviously I didn't matter that much to you for you to keep contact with me.
And for
Yeah.
those who think I'm taking shots at you, if the shoe fits, fucking wear it.
Ooh.
Straight up.
Honestly,
If you really think that actually, let me rephrase that because it's not mine. If you really think that our podcast is singling out people, specific people, we're not. We bring up our life's scenarios and situations into our podcast. One, because we can and because we want to. You have the option to not listen. That's on you. And if you get offended by anything that we say, take a look in the fucking mirror and ask yourself, why are you getting mad? Ask yourself why you're feeling some type of way. Because then if you want to come at me, I'll gladly debate you all day, every day. But if you want to stay silent, fuck off.
put it in the comments.
Yeah.
That's all we ask. I mean, hey, we all know what love feels like. It's all encompassing, and you lose yourself in relationships and you want to be one with your significant other. But it is okay to also have the identity that you had previously before you met that person. They're not going to go anywhere. Still hang out with your friends and family. Still talk to people.
Your hobby still.
I mean, you don't have to, be one person. I mean, I know I've said it before that it seems like an unhealthy, toxic behavior, and I'm not trying to retract in any way. I still think that your own identity is your own identity. You are born and die by yourself. You are, but it's good to have similar things with your significant other. It's just the one thing that's healthy is your own personal identity. You should always keep that identity and, still be with the people that you were with before, because that's part of your identity. That is part of who you are. Cutting that part of you off doesn't make it any less part of you or who you are. So
Let me ask this. And I don't know if you guys can answer this. From a guy's perspective, you guys can't. So I want you guys to answer from your perspective.
Yeah.
And it happens to a lot of guys. So I used to game a lot. And I had my separate friends as gamers, one for sports or one for first person shooter, stuff like that, right? So when it came to playing games with friends, I always had this friend. Well, he wasn't my friend. He was like mutual friends with my friends. So that's how I met him. He'd always get on and be like, hey, his wife is out of the house or she's out of town or whatever. I can play for a couple hours or I can do this.
Wow.
But as soon as he got the text like, hey, I'm outside or I'm around the corner, it's, hey, guys, I have to get off.
I mean, that could be him wanting to spend time with her.
Maybe
Or she could be controlling.
No, it was a more controlling thing because his friends that were my friends would tell us it's her. It's her being controlling.
That's
And
horrible.
and so my question is to you guys, I can't say this for myself, okay? But to you guys who do this, why do you guys lose your spine when you get into a relationship?
Because they love their spouse.
Some guys like being controlled.
But it has at some point you really have to think, and this is just me. At some point, you guys really have to think, do I really want to live like this? Like, do I really want my girl to, any time that I want to hang out with my guy friends, whether it's going outside or whether it's just playing a couple of video games, do I really want to walk on eggshells because I'm doing something like this.
Okay, well, here's another perspective. My daughter was married to a young man who wanted to game, like, okay, so he wanted to game from the minute that he got home from work, let's say it's 6 o'clock, until 3 o'clock in the morning, and then go to work and do that again, which left no time for them to be together. In fact, their together time was like by appointment. Like, okay, at such and such time, from this time to that time, we'll watch this movie. And the whole entire time, he's like shaking his leg, and he can't wait to get back to the game.
Then that's sad. That's like the previous episode of Addiction.
Yeah.
That's what's sad. If you're gonna take care of home, you're gonna spend actual quality time with your friends or family, then there isn't anything wrong with gaming as long as you're taking care of your responsibilities.
Yeah.
But
in moderation, of course.
But if you're gonna nag every time that your spouse gets on, and I'm not saying that it's just women nagging, because I know women gamers and their man gets mad at them.
Really?
I know women gamers, okay? So again, nobody can say I'm taking shots at somebody. But if you're gonna nag every time that your significant other gets on the game,
Get your own hobby.
yeah,
Like,
for real.
do something.
Get your own friends. Get your own hobby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop get off my dick.
Yeah, I again, it goes back to people having their own identities, and again, there's nothing wrong with loving your spouse and wanting to
Of
spend time
course,
with them and
yeah.
wanting attention, but let the other person breathe too. Sometimes people want to do their own things, or sometimes they
Yeah.
have a hobby that you don't do, and you're gonna have to be okay with that. It's a healthy thing.
It is.
You know, I don't have hobbies like that, but if I did, I would be really annoyed if it's like almost out of fear that you have to stop doing something that you like to do because your significant other is coming.
You need a hobby.
I'm gonna get upset.
Shut the hell up. I have hobbies.
So do
This is my
you.
hobby.
I have hobbies.
And I read.
I go out.
That's also my hobby. I like to read.
I mean, I think that's
I
It
like
gross.
to
is.
read.
Yeah, reading. Yeah, that's good.
Reading your smut.
It's not smut.
No, what is it?
It's
Dark romance.
dark romance.
Smut.
No, it's not smut.
And there's nothing wrong with reading that either.
And
Good stories.
And
As Pedro
The
shoved his.
plot.
no, it's not like that.
He. We're not gonna do that.
But my
His
voice,
throbbing veiny.
I like listening to music.
He licked my entrance.
Shut up! Stop.
Did you say he licked my entrance?
My books are not like that.
Mine are.
And I like painting and creating.
What is that
so-
book talk or talk book?
What?
I heard there's a certain phrase for that for the smut
what
book.
Like, what do you
What's it
mean?
called?
Like,
Book talk?
what about it?
Is that what it's?
Yeah, there's like
Oh,
a thing,
okay,
like
okay.
certain videos people do, or like it'll be bikers or masked men.
Y'all are
Oh my
weird.
God.
What the fuck?
That's crazy.
We're getting off topic now.
Yeah, and that's the rabbit hole we will discuss at another time. But put it in the chat if you'd like us to give a couple of mentions on some
do
great
you guys
books
want us
that
to
you'd
talk
like to
about
read
that?
or listen on audio. But there, oh my God, speaking of audio, there is a whole thing where they can tailor books to you, and it'd be like first person. So it would be like, for example, like you, it'd be a man's voice talking to you directly, to CZ directly, and telling you what to do and what he will do. And I didn't know that there was a whole genre, but it's like in my algorithms because I read like the dark romance books, and I was just like, what the heck is going on here? It's just very
that's
interesting.
Yeah.
But you know, if we're talking about identity and stuff like that, I don't think that in any relationship, so to speak, I've lost my identity, as opposed to the partner that I was at the time just tried to reel me in and control me and put me in a little box so that I didn't access anybody else that I could tell that they were doing whatever they were doing to me at the time. And that's something completely different. And if you're in a situation like that, the second that that person walks away, reach out to somebody that cares about you and tell them, because you're not alone and you shouldn't be alone, and you shouldn't feel like you have to be another person to be in a relationship. You should be yourself. You should always be yourself, because that's who they met. That's who they met from day one, with all of the things that came with you as you are. And if they don't love you and they're trying to change you and control you, then that's not the person for you. And if somebody needs to say it, then we're saying it to you.
Yeah, for real. And leave that person.
Yeah.
And then come find me.
There's too many people on this planet to feel like
What?
you have to constantly make one person or make yourself a template of the person that they want you to be. If they're not satisfied with who you are, then they're not the person for you. Period.
Yeah.
Period. You know, I think that.
How do you females say it now? Clock it.
What is that?
Clock it.
I never seen that.
You're clocking.
It's because you're 50.
Oh Jesus.
Like you're like we clock Ben when he says he's not lying, even though he's lying. We clocked him.
Oh, is that? And you use your fingers?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a girl thing.
That's
I've seen men do it.
Yeah, because they're fruity.
no.
Time for a quick break from all this toxicity. Thanks to Reliance Air Services, proud sponsor of Too Toxic to Listen.
Keep your AC in top shape with their $59 AC tune-up special. It's the best way to avoid breakdowns and to stay cool all year round.
Reach out to 941-417-4848 or head over to RelianceAirServices.com.
Reliance Air Services, cool vibes guaranteed. No.
Men can do that and not be fruity.
I know. Jeez. Okay. You just are just so judgmental. There's something literally wrong with you.
For real.
Either way, you seem to be very disturbed by people who lose their identities and are in these types of relationships. Do you think that there's anything positive about that type of behavior at all?
About losing yourself?
Yeah, when you love somebody that much that you want to...
Bitch, you ain't Eminem.
No, I don't mean like that. I mean, okay, for example, and I know that people are going to crucify me for this, but in Twilight, the whole premise and idea of imprinting is that you are the person that person needs you to be at any time, that you are that person's person. That means that you become...
You're the property.
Not...
That's what I took it as.
No. It's just like it's like the universe exists because of them. They are your universe. They're your everything. Only because you don't feel those feelings doesn't mean other people feel like they're glad to make that person their universe.
If you're happy, I don't care who dates who. If you're happy, if they make you feel good, and if they're not draining you in any negative way, whether physically, financially, emotionally, spiritually, all that, then okay, cool, I'm happy for you. But that doesn't mean automatically stop talking to your friends and family. Now,
what if
if your significant other, like in your example, where they lied and said, you know, whatever they said, then if you want, you can tell me, be like, hey, you know, my girl or hey, my guy doesn't want me to talk to you or hang out with you anymore. Cool, that's fine. We don't need to talk or hang out. Or if you don't want to be friends anymore, cool, I get it. I'm not gonna get my feelings hurt. It's whatever. It is what it is. We had a good run. Cool. Good luck in the future. If in the future, if you want to get back and become friends again, I'm down with that too. I'm not gonna stop.
But your opinion of them will change, wouldn't it? Because you're like, you know, this
I
person's
mean, my
whipped.
opinion, my opinions always change. I mean, that's just how it is.
Yeah.
I mean, do I think people who switch up, do I think they're annoying? Yeah. Do I think they're spineless? Yeah. Really spineless.
You don't think that they just love that person so much that they just want to make that person happy and feel secured?
You can make that person your universe and feel happy and secure without losing yourself. And if you can't, then
you're... What if it's a mutual decision? What if both of them want that?
Or what if it's a toxic person that...
If both of them want to be infatuated with each other?
Yeah.
That's fine. But you can still do that without losing yourself. And if you do lose yourself, you're weak-minded. You're not a strong individual. You're a follower. You're not a leader. That's my opinion. I mean, that's what I'm saying. This is all my opinion, how I feel. It's not, none of it. I'm going to have people agree with me on it. I'm going to have people disagree with me on it. And that's fine. And guess what? We can do that without calling each other any kind of derogatory things because we're actual adults.
Yeah.
But if you're going to tell me that you switched up because your significant other, you're a bitch. Point blank, period.
Or what if your partner realizes that the friend you had in your life wasn't good for you and you didn't see it? And then you realize after they told you.
Okay, so you have to examine what was it that your significant other saw that they weren't good for you, and that you couldn't see.
Yeah.
Because when it comes to me personally, I don't think I'm a bad person. there isn't anybody out there, in my opinion, there isn't anybody out there that can tell you that I've done them wrong.
Yeah, but bad people don't ever think that they're bad
No,
people.
no, and I get it, and those are narcissists and all that, and I get it, okay. But there, in all reality, there isn't not one person out there that can say that I did them dirty or that I did them wrong in some type of form or fashion, because there isn't, because
Right.
I'm a genuine person.
Right.
So if your significant other is saying, I don't want you to hang out with Ben anymore because so and so, I'm not even gonna give examples because then I would be calling people out. But I've had people tell me, or I've heard through the grapevine that people that saying that their significant other doesn't want me hanging out with them anymore because I'm quote unquote can do single people things and I could get them into temptation. What is it that I do that single people that gets the temptation? I go to the gym, I go to work, I go to sports bars like Hooters or Wing House, whatever, to watch sports with whoever. And that's it. I don't go clubbing anymore. I don't go to gentlemen's clubs anymore. There isn't anything that you can say that, oh, I'm going to tempt my friend to break their pact with their significant other.
What about you, Cease? Do you have any examples like that of either friends or family that completely ghosted you because their significant other didn't want you to be around them or anything like that? And if so, how would you react to that?
I can't think of anything like any person that's done that to me that I remember. But I have done that. Like I've gotten into relationships and stopped speaking to family, seeing them often, seeing friends often.
Why?
And I realized that after. I think I was very young and I felt safe with that person. Maybe I only felt safe with that person. So I don't know, maybe I felt like I kind of lost my identity. So,
I
but
think it's easier to lose your identity as a woman than it is me before a man. I guess in Ben's perspective, a man that would do that would be weak if he's afraid of losing his woman if he doesn't obey what she wants. But I
right.
think that a lot of us girls, we kind of see a father figure in our partners, and
Yeah.
they're all that we need at the time. So it's just like easier to stop calling the friends and family that we used to all the time, because
Yeah.
before that person came into our lives, it was like we had all this time to talk and we had all this time to hang out and stuff like that. But when you're in a relationship, you're just with your partner.
Yeah.
They live with you. You see them all the time.
Yeah.
And it's too easy to kind of slip into that way of life where you're not hanging out with your friends or seeing your
Yeah, it
family
just
out, because
happens.
you always
Yeah.
figured they're going to be your friends and family no matter what. So there's
Right.
no need to constantly maintain it.
I mean, I do believe that. Like, I don't need to constantly talk to my close friends every single day. And if they feel a certain way about that, that's like,
Has anybody ever called you and be like, "Hey, Cease, why don't you call me anymore?" and stuff like that? Or you've
no.
changed? Has anybody ever told you, "Hey, you changed"?
No. I mean, I tell them like what I'm doing, or like they know. I've never had anyone be upset with me because it's not like I don't know, like purposely ignoring people. I feel like life's just gotten busy recently.
Yeah.
Doing this, working. But what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Also, it is a two-way street. Like when you get in a relationship, it's not like I only need to reach out to you. You can also reach out to me. If I don't
So
respond, then
true.
that's on me.
So true. I have a lot of friends from back at home that I thought that I would be talking to forever, and because they didn't agree with my life choices and stuff like that, it's kind of like they
Yeah.
pulled away and stopped talking to me, and I don't get that. But then I have other people that were on my ride or die and talk to me on a daily or weekly, and they don't treat me any differently because of the choices that I made for myself. And I don't get that. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
don't get those types of behaviors, but I can understand why they came to that conclusion. Like, what you're doing is toxic and I don't want to witness it, so I'm not going to talk to you. But I think that's the worst thing that you could do to somebody that you care for, is withdraw from them completely. Like, guys can cut guys off and not even thinking about it. You've just gave us perfect example of that. But if I had a friend that was my friend for a really, really long time, and then I made a choice or I got into a relationship that they weren't happy with, and they said, okay, I'm good with you, I don't want to talk to you anymore, then they really weren't my friend. You know what I mean? They really didn't care about me, because a person could die from one day to another, and how the hell are you going to be communicated with or know that this is happening?
Yeah.
You'll see it on Facebook, I guess. Oh, rest in peace, such and such. I'm like, oh my God, they died. And that's usually how that happens. But I think it's pretty shitty to do that to another person because you don't know what type of situation that person is in. Maybe they need you to call them. Maybe they need you to check in on them because other people just don't. And I get it. We all grow apart.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
We stop talking. But if you really care about somebody, if they were somebody significant in your life, reach out to them because it is too easy out there to lose yourself.
Yeah.
It's not like we have the phones that we used to that are hanging up on the walls and you have to communicate with people.
The fuck? I never had that. I'm not old like that.
Some people did.
You had a rotary, didn't you?
Yes, I have had a rotary phone. I've had a phone that had a wire.
You know what a rotary is?
Yes, we looked at it at the fucking vintage store, remember?
We did.
She showed me.
I showed her how it works and everything.
I was like, whoa,
yeah.
never done that.
Are you all right?
You all right?
But what I'm saying is that technology has changed the way we communicate with one another. And sometimes I think that we think because we have social media accounts that you can see that they're alive and they're okay and you don't have to communicate with them. But sometimes your social media does not give you a real true snapshot of whether or not that person is being terrorized in the background. So check in on your significant others or your family members or your friends because
check in on me because I put up with these two.
Oh, please. He is happier than a clam. He is completely blessed. He just is a cranky man.
Who the fuck is happier than a clam?
I do.
God,
I've never heard that.
It's
happier than a clam.
Yeah.
How are clams happy?
You know what I did
they're
see?
They're just hanging out in the water and just being clams, I guess, unless they're being, harvested and then eaten. But that's another story. But it was a phrase, okay? It was a phrase. We're going to do a whole segment on old phrases versus new phrases.
No, we should do that. That would be good.
Because honestly, yes, please put it in the
we're going
chat.
to lose subscribers.
No, we're not. Because there's stuff that your parents and your parents' parents has passed down and you say it and you don't even notice that you're saying it. Yeah. I'm a perfect example of that. It doesn't mean that I am antiquated. It just means that there are things that make sense to me.
You want me to tell you what antiquated means?
Yeah, what does that mean?
It's just old. Antique is the base word of it.
Antiquated?
Yeah.
That's strange. Use it again?
It does not mean that I am an antiquated person, that I am an old person, that I am a person with
She
old
graduated
weight.
with Jesus. She's antiquated.
I am not. I'm not old. I am just in my upper 40s and I have a wealth of knowledge and I like to impart it to you guys because it's funny. This is the way I talk. I don't know any other way to talk. I have a large vocabulary, and sometimes I say stupid things or make up words. I'm human.
We know.
Oh, please.
Follow-y.
Yes, I like that word.
That was a cute word.
It was.
That was really cute.
It was. I know.
You guys should follow us.
All I'm saying is just that I know some words and I make up some words and that's okay.
Yeah.
You guys can do it too.
I learned stuff from you.
I mean, everything that young people are saying right now is completely made up, but that's acceptable.
What do you mean made up? I mean, your words are all made up.
What the hell is 6'7"?
That I don't fucking know.
6'7".
I don't get it.
I don't get it. And there are other words that you guys use that I don't get, and that's okay. I mean,
would you like to learn them or like?
I would because I want to know what my children are saying.
God, just yapping.
You know what I did see? I did see someone use the word vet, and I was like, wow.
Yay!
I would have never knew that.
I've seen it and I've heard it. I know a lot of people that use it. It's just
you see how they switch up and lose themselves.
Whatever.
Sorry, guys. We went on a little
tangent.
Yap session.
We went on a tangent.
A little yappers.
It just happens.
Yeah,
I don't know why he likes to act like he doesn't do that. That's just what he does every single day. Try to work with him.
I really don't.
You do.
You like yapping? You do.
I didn't say that.
Do you have any other thoughts to give on people that lose themselves? Any words of advice? How about that?
Yeah, stop losing yourself.
That's not a word of advice. That's an order.
Grow some balls.
Do you not understand why people do or can lose themselves? Do you not sympathize, not even a little bit, for those that have no control over it?
No. It's like I don't sympathize with people who, and this is gonna sound really bad, I don't sympathize with people who overdose on drugs. Because I've never been addicted to drugs, so I can't say how can you be addicted to that.
You understand that that's an overdose is accidental.
Why are you doing them?
because they obviously are addicted to drugs. They change their chemistry. Now they physically need it or they'll get sick.
And I have no sympathy for it.
I get that. And, you know, sometimes I share that thought and I feel like that's very cold, but you're a Christian. You should be understanding and sympathetic and empathetic. It's, you know, it's hard out there. These are hard times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And some people, they get addicted because they had a sports injury and they needed the pain medication and they inadvertently got addicted. And some people were at a party and somebody gave them a really strong hit of something and it just completely irrevocably changed them.
Yep. Or that's the only thing they can rely on to feel better or to feel like themselves.
And some people's boyfriends got them addicted to it, and girlfriends, and so on and so forth. You know, there are different paths to addiction, and none of them are, you know, I get it. It's unacceptable and it's an ugly thing, but I think that overdosing is very sad. It's very sad because I don't think that those people thought that at that moment that was going to be their last dose. So I do sympathize for the family and the friends that have to go through that. And I think addiction in that sense is very selfish. But again, that's not what this show is about.
No.
This is about losing yourself. And we completely got off
We
topic.
lost ourselves a few times in this episode.
Yes, but we didn't lose ourselves in relationships. And that is the most important thing. And that is what we were talking about.
She did?
I did.
You have.
She said she
I
did.
have.
Yeah,
you have not.
She says she did.
I haven't. I meant right now. Current event.
Yeah,
this
current,
minute,
yes,
right
yes,
now. That's what I am
yes,
talking about.
Y'all about to lose me.
Oh, please. Are you sure? Not even in your young days, you've never had a relationship that was all encompassing?
No, I've never switched up. I never ghosted people.
Well,
So you think it's only?
do you think that?
Huh? Don't hear what?
That's the second time you yawned in the segment.
You think?
Stop.
Do you think? So do you think losing your identity is only ghosting people, switching up on people,
Or a girl thing?
Yeah, it's not a girl thing. Because I said
Guys,
Guys
yeah.
do too.
I apologize.
It's switching up on people is ghosting them and or not hanging out with them. Basically, it's the same thing as ghosting. That's what it is.
I honestly
if you
thought
change,
that you only ghost people.
if you change your lifestyle, that's different. Because anybody who knows me and my brother growing up, my brother was a preppy person. He had to have Tommy Hilfiger and polo and all that kind of stuff. And now he's married and he's a farmer. I mean, he has a job, but like he has cows and a 6-acre house,
so cool.
and he has chickens and bulls and all that kind of shit.
That's cool.
And 10 years ago, you couldn't tell me he was going to be a farmer or that he would be listening to country music.
When you grow up, you start liking different things. And
No. But that's what I'm saying.
growth.
That's why I don't consider him switching up, because it's just a lifestyle. He didn't ghost anybody.
I thought that ghosting only applied to when like you didn't want to talk to a guy or a girl that you just met. I didn't think that it could apply to.
No, you can
Friends?
ghost your
No. Like you can ghost friends for sure, but I didn't think that like when you're in a relationship with another person that you can like instantly ghost a person. I thought it was like gradual, you know, like over time. Like
I mean, I'm sure it can be over time, but it's the same thing. It's still going to be the same thing at the end.
It's
like, how can you prepare somebody for that though? Like, hey, I'm in a new relationship, but by the way,
Like, yeah,
I'm
what
probably
do
not
you
going to
say,
talk to you in the next
y'all?
6 months because
Sorry.
my significant other hates your guts.
You don't. They don't tell you.
Yeah.
You just notice it yourself.
Yeah.
Because they stop responding in text messages or in group chats, or they.
But for you will not do anything to correct it. You'll just let it happen.
I let it happen. I don't care. It is what it is.
I guess
whether
that's where I don't get it.
I've known you for 30 years or whether I met you yesterday, it is what it is.
I guess that's where I have the problem with your approach on it, because I'm like, doesn't anybody have any significance for you to fight for that friendship or that, you know, that relationship? Doesn't anybody hold a special place for you where you're like, hey, why aren't you talking to me anymore? What's going on? You don't have any connection with anybody like that, with both family and friend, that if you notice some type of a switch up, you don't even check up on them to see if they're okay?
If it's my mom, my sister, or brother.
That's it?
That's it.
No cousins. No no friends that you grew up with. Nobody. You're just like, this is the only.
It is no.
Wow.
There isn't anybody else other than them three, and if you want to count my nephew, if you want, but that's 4. So if that's it. If you want to count them, that is really it. Anybody else, I'm not gonna text you. Well, how come you don't talk to me anymore? How come we don't hang out anymore?
Not even those words, but just like, hey, what's up? What's going on?
No.
Wow.
So like,
Because if I am in a group chat with you and you're not even responding there, why am I gonna text you directly? What makes me think that you're gonna respond to me directly if you're not even responding in the group chat?
What if they're going through something?
Speaking of,
Then you can text in the group chat or you can hit me up directly.
You know
but if
that
you're not hitting me
Two-way
up,
street, though.
you know
I
that
said
all
that.
of us.
but I'm in the group chat though. If you're not even responding there, why
we've
am I gonna hit you up
experienced
directly?
Somebody ghosting us.
Experience somebody ghosting us?
Yeah.
Who?
Mike number 4.
Oh.
That person completely ghosted us
Yeah.
without any warning.
I mean, I don't care. It is what it
I
is.
mean, life happens. I get it. We
Life
already
does
had the
happen.
conversation.
Life
Yeah.
does happen, but it will always surprise me that there was no follow-ups to our follow-ups.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah.
That was a
for
complete
real.
ghost right there. And
Yeah.
the fact that we still don't see that individual, I always think about that. Like,
Yeah.
what did we do?
Yeah.
Like, what happened? You know what I mean? Our show was supposed to be 4 people, and you know, although the dynamic works and we're happy with it as it is,
Yeah, because I'm carrying us.
and we will invite more people to join. The thought in my head was like, you know, we started this concept and this idea, and we were all on board, and then the day before the first airing, it was like, bye.
Yeah.
And then
Crazy.
when we tried to reach out to this individual, there was no response, and they still can respond to us, and they choose not to. So that's always going to be in the back of my mind. And this is the first time I'm being vocal about it, and you know, I'm just going to be vocal about it. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
But I guess
For anybody who's thinking that we're looking for somebody, we're not.
no.
Yeah,
Fuck off.
We're not.
But
You can be a
we
guest.
would love to invite a guest to debate with us or to give their opinions on topics that we have. That's why we're always inviting you guys to put any ideas or thoughts or comments in and let us know what you're thinking and how you're feeling.
Stop,
Even if it's
stop
positive.
texting me. Stop DMing me.
Yes.
Put it in the fucking
Don't
comments.
put it in us in our comments directly, because we're not going to copy and paste it on. Be brave. Be brave and talk. You're not going to offend
Throw a
us.
fucking pair.
You're not going to offend us. You're not going to upset us. The show will still go on regardless of what you think about any one of us.
And if we hurt your feelings when we respond to you, oh well.
And if you don't agree, if you do not agree with what we're saying, tell us why. Tell us why. Tell us why, because we want to understand your perspective, because your perspective counts.
Tell us why, because then we can give you a get out of fuck you free card, because we're still not going to care.
Yeah.
The point is,
Well, listen though.
we will
listen
listen.
and we judge.
No, yeah, we judge.
No, we don't.
Hardcore.
No. But we want to thank you so much for joining us today. We absolutely love the love. We love you sharing. Please like, comment, and subscribe.
Tell your dad. Tell your dad about her. Tell your mom about me.
We love you so much. Until
Love
next
you.
time. Night.